Wanted by the new Babylon Marshals. Well, goddamn. For a wanted man, I look good. Can I keep this? I'm keeping this.
Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for The Walking Dead Dead City. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the first episode and some afterthoughts on it. We are going to talk about the fan reception for this first episode, the pilot of Dead City, and how this is the spin-off that all Walking Dead fans have needed.
We make one badass team.
It takes a monster to make one.
Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for The Walking Dead Dead City. And in today's video, we're here to do a discussion topic video after the major premiere that released, of course, a few nights ago for The Walking Dead Dead City. Thank you all, of course, for checking out the reviews for both Dead City and Fear the Walking Dead, as well as some discussion topics. I also got another Fear video that's going to be coming up after this one as well, too. We did our predictions for the second episode of Dead City. We did our predictions for the second half and the final half of Fear the Walking Dead. And, well, this video is more so just a kind of response video to the overall fan base and the overall kind of, reviews and thoughts and opinions on the episode that I've seen for Dead City. I have never seen an episode get such high compliments in all my life. And it absolutely deserves it. It absolutely deserves it. Dead City, the pilot episode, was so good. It was such a fresh and unique vibe to this franchise. And I wanted to really highlight that in this video because The Walking Dead, guys, and the reason why I'm calling this the spin-off that we needed is because The Walking Dead, and I'm sure anybody that's watching this video can agree with one point or another when I say this, there is at least a spin-off out there for Walking Dead. At least one that's not good, you know? But let's be honest here. None of these spin-offs for Walking Dead has ever gotten to the quality of the main Walking Dead, which, you know, I know a lot of people are going to say, they're going to be like, well, Dan, of course not. Of course it's not going to ever be the quality of the main Walking Dead. But no, the spin-offs have gotten really, really bad. Like, to a point where there are certain times where I just wanted to bail and not watch the spin-offs, you know? But, with that being said, we finally have a spin-off for this franchise that really, really seems to know what they're doing and has a pull to it. It really seems like they have calculated what they want to do with this kind of show. It finally is a spin-off that people are able to kind of watch and enjoy. And it seems like, and obviously we've only seen one episode, it could go to shit later on, and we could go back on this comment, but at least so far, it feels like they've really done their homework, and it really feels like they know what they're doing, The budget is higher than ever. The visuals are incredible due to the budget. The actors are incredible as usual. Lauren Cohen and Jeffrey Morgan, incredible. The dialogue, and I mentioned this in the video yesterday, the review video, but the dialogue feels so improved. I don't know who wrote this episode. Somebody can fact check me in the comments if you want, but whoever wrote this episode knows how to write dialogue. The dialogue felt fresh, it felt genuine, and it felt very, very original, but different in a good way, It felt so authentic when they were talking. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Something I love about the early seasons of Walking Dead, in particular the first two seasons when Frank Darabont was writing this, is that the dialogue would feel so lifelike. It would feel so human, and in the later seasons of Walking Dead, especially like seasons, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like some of these seasons right here, it feels very scripted, and that's not really their fault. Obviously, it is a TV show. Some things are gonna feel scripted, some things are gonna feel fake, but, and the actors always brought it to life. This has nothing to do with the actors, but the recent Walking Dead main show seasons, and I'm curious to know if I'm the only one that thinks this, it doesn't feel as raw and authentic as this did, and it doesn't feel as authentic as the early seasons of Walking Dead, the first few seasons, where Frank Darabont would write this dialogue that would feel so real. You wouldn't even need a soundtrack over some of these dialogue scenes because it would pull you into their emotions, and the actors would be able to do such a good job. Recent Walking Dead, it feels very scripted. It does, you got a lot of music over it. A lot of it just feels very like, very by the book, which again, the actors do a phenomenal job, but the dialogue just never felt very all that complex in the final few seasons. At least I felt, though I love the seasons, I feel like the dialogue didn't feel as, real. But I guess in a roundabout way of what I'm trying to say, the dialogue in Dead City felt so much better. It felt so realistic. It felt so, just authentic. It really did. It had such a really, really interesting vibe to it. And it really felt like I was watching real human interactions instead of, scripted show dialogue, and I think that's really good. It really is good. So, Dead City did phenomenal. Dead City did such a good job. And again, it's the spinoff that we've needed. It's the spinoff that Walking Dead deserves. I've said this many times, and honestly, I don't give a shit who who disagrees with this, but for all those Fear fans, you're probably going to hate me in a minute, but here's what I'll say, and I'm going to get this out of the way. Fear the Walking Dead is not a good show. I'm sorry. And World Beyond is not a good show. And Tales of the Walking Dead is not a good show. And unfortunately, these are spinoffs that have damaged the Walking Dead name. They really have. Because the main show is so good, right? Everybody loves the main show. Everybody loves the main Walking Dead because it's what started it all. If you're watching this video, you love the main Walking Dead. And when Fear the Walking Dead first was announced, I remember back in, like 2014 when that shit was starting to, be prepped and people were calling it Cobalt, if anybody remembers that. Fear the Walking Dead was originally called Cobalt back in the day. And I remember everybody was so excited to see a spinoff for Walking Dead because it was the first of its kind, right? It was the first ever Walking Dead spinoff. And Fear the Walking Dead came out, and it did pretty good in its first few seasons. But let's be honest here, the quality of Fear dwindled and dwindled and dwindled really bad as the show progressed. And unfortunately, Fear the Walking Dead kind of sadly created this stigma where every time a Walking Dead fan would be approached with a spinoff, a lot of people would be like, ew, a spinoff for Walking Dead? No, I've been there, I've done that. Fear the Walking Dead sucks. That means all the spinoffs sucks. And unfortunately, Fear the Walking Dead molded this franchise into, if it's a Walking Dead spinoff, it's bad, And I hate to say that, but it's true. It is. It's Fear's fault for suckings for certain seasons. It really does. It really is. Because here's the thing. Because Fear sucked for those few seasons there, and because the show got so terribly bad that people just dropped off, every time a Walking Dead spinoff would be announced, people would be like, ew, oh my god, no. And unfortunately, Fear the Walking Dead is what launched that negativity, And with World Beyond, it got even worse. I mean, holy shit. Like, that show was barely watchable at times. And then Tales just was not, up to fan satisfaction. And with more spinoffs and more spinoffs and more spinoffs, people just didn't want to hear anything about a Walking Dead spinoff. They didn't want to see anything about a Walking Dead spinoff. And what I'm noticing about this show is there's a lot of OG Walking Dead fans that are coming back and they're watching this. There's damn near almost 5 million views on the trailer for this show, And it's because the quality has improved. The dialogue feels real. The visuals look awesome. There's only 6 episodes, so filler, there's no time for that, And they're getting to the point. The acting is great. The visuals are great. The villains seem actually scary for once. Walking Dead, I feel like, has been due for that for a while. The villains are actually intimidating for once. It's just such a breath of fresh air for this franchise. It really is. So I'm going to leave it here. Do you guys agree with all my opinions? Do you guys, agree with my statements on the spinoffs and, this is, Fear the Walking Dead being the reason why a lot of people don't want to hear about Walking Dead spinoffs anymore. They just don't want any part of it. And do you think this is the show that's going to save the Walking Dead name right now and make it to where people will give spinoffs more of a chance if this show is as good as it's seeming right now? So let me know. If you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this video, make sure to click the subscribe button to miss any other videos for The Walking Dead Dead City. Make sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos for The Walking Dead Dead City. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.